I actually felt for her because she too did 1,500 hours and had hardly touched a client.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just not the same. I mean, the mannequins are really great to work on, but there is nothing like doing the work on a client. And interacting with the client, and learning how to interact with clients, and ask the right questions, and suggest the right things for the clients, you know, to do to take care of their day. So anyway, and another thing I would share about my story is that I never knew that we would go to beauty school to finish beauty school and be prepared for an entry-level cosmetology position. That wasn't what I came to beauty school for. And so when I heard one of the instructors say that along the way, you know, after beauty school you're ready for entry-level, you're going to be an entry-level cosmetologist. And I said, entry-level? I didn't come here to be entry-level. I thought everybody who graduated beauty school was an expert. I mean, we're going to be an expert at 1,500 hours, right? So needless to say, Harmon's is going to prepare you to be a 1,500-hour expert. We're not going to be a 20-year expert because nobody, you gotta have your 20 years to be a 20-year expert. But we're going to be 1,500-hour experts from Harmon's. We're all scared to go take that big state board test. All of us, from the most prepared student to the least prepared student, are nervous about passing the test. The written, the practical. And I gotta tell you, you are so more than ready by the time that test comes with the experience at Harmon's. You're more than ready. It's just gonna boil down to restudying some of the chapters that you don't remember as much, or a lot of the terminology, and really reading the state board booklet about organization for the practical. That practical test is not about doing the services in the time that they allow you, because there's more than enough time. It's about organizing your kit for that day. And if you just pay attention to the booklet and organize the kit for yourself, it's going to be a breeze. It's going to be an absolute breeze. You're so over-prepared with the education at Harmon's for the state board test. It's not funny. You won't think you are. You think you need to spend extra time and study and practice and like do the practical at home over and over in the right amount of time. It's a breeze. It's a breeze for anybody coming out of here. So I also, you know, my passion is hair color, and I wanted to be a color specialist. That was my goal from before starting beauty school. And so, of course, you know, it was super exciting to me that the director of the school was a colorist and had a lot of expertise in that area, and was willing to tailor the education to more color for me, or more, you know, cut-in for other students who that was their main interest. I mean, that's another nice thing about attending a smaller school, is that the education can be tailored to what your interest is. And if you don't want to do a lot of nails, then you just need to do the things in the chapters and pass those tests, and you don't ever have to do nails again. But if you like to do nails, then we can focus a little more on nails for you as a student, and then, you know, cutting for you as a student. And I appreciated that too. That was super cool to me. And so I came along and found out that there's an American Board of Certified Hair Colorists. And I thought, well, that sounds kind of interesting. I mean, that would be a nice credential to have after beauty school. And because I feel like I'm kind of starting out a little late here. I'm doing beauty school and getting into the beauty industry later in life. And it's never really too late. So anyway, I decided to study the curriculum for the American Board of Certified Hair Colorists, and let me tell you, it was very, very challenging material. It's a lot of material, and it's a lot of practical practice too. It's a very rigorous test. They do a written, a practical, and what do they call it? It's more like an interview style. So there are 3 sections of the test. And, you know, if you go to their website, it's just haircolorist.com, they say something like they only have 50 or 60% of their candidates pass the test. So it's not a very high rate of people passing the test, if you ask me. I took the test last year in October, so just a couple months after graduating here, and there were over 40 people taking the test, and only 18 of us passed that day. So it is a huge challenge, but it was exciting to me because I learned so much more about hair color and the science of hair and what hair color does to the strands of hair, and incorporating hair color services around, you know, for clients that have, you know, permanent waves done, that have relaxer, and some other chemicals that they're also doing in their hair. And I just highly recommend the curriculum to anybody. Just buying the book and never taking the test, just buying the book for the added information. If you want to do color, I would say get this book just because it's the information is that important. I wish that they could fit this much curriculum into our 1,500 hours, really. To me, this should be necessary because we are using chemicals on clients, and we're using chemicals on clients where they've used other chemicals in their life, or even if it's further down the strand of hair, maybe the bottom half has some of those old chemicals that are still in there, and you're going to use hair color with that. To me, it's critical for the health of people's hair. But anyway, I highly recommend it, whether you ever take the test or not. The curriculum that they have is awesome. I also went to beauty school to open my own business. I've been running somebody else's business for almost 20 years now, and it was a lot of fun. It's cool, but I'm ready to run my own business. And after considering a bunch of other opportunities, I just kept coming back to what I've always wanted to go to beauty school. And with a cosmetology degree, you can really take so many different paths. I mean, you really have so many choices that, you know, there's something in it for everybody. But I decided even before signing up for beauty school that if I did this, I wanted to open a small salon just for myself. I don't want to have 6 or 10 chairs. That's not in my plan. Maybe one day, you know, I can see the numbers for something like that, but not anytime soon. And I have room in my house that I can just do that. And that costs less money as far as starting with a business than getting some retail space downtown in a shopping center and having utilities and rent and all that to pay when I don't have a clientele yet. And so I did, you know, build a small 2-chair, 1-room salon for myself. I had rooms, and I know that's the exception to the rule. Everybody doesn't go to beauty school to walk right out and open a shop and start doing services. It's probably a lot smarter to work under a mentor who's got a lot of years of experience and all that. But I'm not really afraid of that. I know I'm a great hair colorist, and that's the focus of what I want to sell to clients. That's my peak service that I want to do. And then I'm happy to do other peripherals, and I enjoy doing many other, you know, things for hairdressing.